At first, I tell you something about waste management in Finland, and after that, I tell you what is Rouskis Oy, and then I give you some examples how we recycle here. What are municipal responsibilities according to the waste law? The municipal authorities may organize waste management themselves or jointly with other municipalities. The whole area is 38 hectares and the landfill is 5.5 hectares. And here is the office where we sit right now. And here is a reception through which all waste go. And here is a sorting area where the small waste loads are unloaded. And over here we have the piles for wood. And here is landfill, the new, old and new area is here. The new area, well, we started to use the new area autumn 2008. And rainwater is led over here to the landfill run-of-water basin. And it is 5.5 acres, and it's constructed so that there's a waterproof bottom and walls that accord to all those EU directives. And the landfill is maintained by this landfill roll. You can see here a sketch of it. It's this large machinery that weighs about 40 tons. And the waste is crushed, compressed and covered with soil so that there is no room for rodents or other. As gas, we have biogas microturbine power plant in there, which is the methane that comes from the landfill is taken with the pipes from the landfill to that microturbine biogas power plant, where it is transformed into electricity. And with that electricity, we actually can use all the electricity that we have here comes from that landfill. So all this that you see now, the lights and everything, comes from the landfill and from the gas from there. And it was taken into use in 2009, so it's quite new. And we have 5 kilometers of pipes running down that landfill, gathering that gas electricity which we use here on, and then if something is left over, we put it into the national electricity net. And we are also researching the possibility of using that biogas as a fuel for cars that come here, but that's actually really in the beginning yet. So maybe later we can have our garbage truck use the gas from the landfill as a fuel. So that was all about presentation. Yeah. Do you have any questions at the moment?
No.
Let's go. Everyone, come on, let's go. Tax that must be paid to the government. So we pay from the waste that comes here, every ton we pay 30 euros to the government. And as Kata told you, there is no tax money used in this treatment of the waste, so everything And all our finance comes from the waste disposal fees that comes from here. And actually now that you are all standing on the scale, you could actually guess how much do you weigh, and we can ask it from there. Do you have any guesses? How much does your group weigh? 500 kilos. Yeah. Yes. 1,900. And if you were all mixed waste, you would cost, we can ask that too. So if you were a garbage truck, how much would you have to pay for us? If you were mixed waste. So not that expensive probably. Okay, so this was the scales and the reception. Let's move on to the landfill runoff water basin that is there. So, a lot of water that can come in here. From here the waste water goes to the sewage treatment plant in Salo, where it's processed with the other water that comes from the whole area of Salo. And how much water comes here in a year? Maybe we say 3 or 4 of these basins full comes from the year from this area, so quite a lot. And the water that's in here is controlled by these tests that we take every week. We take the pH value and the conductivity of the water so that we know if something's going wrong. And 4 times a year an expert comes here and takes a more larger test and tests all kinds of things from the water, metals and everything. But here you can see it's not frozen, there's a tiny little hole in there that the water comes from. So this works all year round, it doesn't ever freeze solid.
It's called Avanto.
Yeah, but I wouldn't refer you to go swim in there, you might actually smell quite bad. Then we can continue back to the wood areas.
Dennis, there's many computers.
These are for the electricity waste that is brought in here. You can see fridges and freezers there, computers and everything is waste.
Πείτε τους να μου βάλουν εδώ μέσα και να με στείλουν στην Ελλάδα. Θα έχει ζέστη.
This is the storage area for this kind of waste. So we do not